All right, now that we've talked about the architects and designers helping you out, being the owner's agent on a project for you, let's go ahead and talk about the design build firm. Now they become that single point of contact for you. So you might have heard about, okay, we've got some, some tension between the general contractor and the architect because the design has some flaws and the contractor spotted those flaws, and ultimately it might cost you money because it delays the schedule, or there's some changes where they need to order different materials, or they need to order different items, and that becomes a big change order, and that becomes a cost to you. Very unfortunate. Now, to get rid of that tension, a design build will step in, act as that single point of contact. So when you walk into your final product, the idea is you're not going to have any tension. And the architect or the designer can be the subcontractor. And any problems that they have, they need to figure out internally. Now, this can really work out well if an architect really knows the general contractor and how they're going to be working together. They can really solve a lot of issues already or ahead of time. Say there's a joint or some sort of roof connection with a wall that just doesn't work out as cleanly as what's originally drawn on the architect's drawings or what the contractor originally had envisioned. They're going to call the architect and ask for direction, or they're going to offer a suggestion, and the architect and contractor under the design build will work it out without even letting you know. You won't know the difference, you won't be heckled, you won't be bothered, but if there's something big, then you'll find out through this contractor. And that single point of contact, again, can become that single, neck to choke, so to speak, for a lot of owners and businesses. So they can go to that contractor and say, well, what do you mean this doesn't work or this doesn't fit? And they will explain it, and you can yell at them as opposed to yelling at an architect or blaming everybody. But the point is that all of these items can be solved without having to worry you with the day-to-day issues. Now, there's also that integrated understanding whenever they're doing the design. That architect will work with the design builder to save some time and money. So it saves the contractor time, which saves them money, and they can bid lower. They can give you a lower estimate for the work to be done. So that's also another aspect of design build that can be a benefit for you. They also have limited design considerations though, so you might want to take a look at what they're looking at. And if you say, well, I want to look at this, but I'm not really sure what I want, they probably aren't going to have as many design options for you whenever you're walking through it. Your choices might be a little bit more limited. You're going to have to use more of your own imagination and say, well, what if I moved, what if I had a peaked roof that wasn't, didn't have a sloped roof like this? Or what if I did skylights over, say a conference room? You might have to put all those items together, and the designer will go ahead and just draw it up that way. But they're not necessarily going to lead that design process. They're more in the listening mode and doing mode based on what you suggest as actions. And they'll assign a cost to it. And that's essentially what they're looking at in the design build model here. Also, the quality oversight might be a bit lacking. If you don't have the architect sort of going there and understanding what's going on, and the windows that are installed, yeah, sure, they're double pane windows, but they weren't the ones that you were expecting. You were expecting perhaps higher quality windows, those kinds of things. All those details can be lost, or maybe they found some light fixtures that were sort of knockoffs of the ones that you had showed them. Yes, they work, but maybe they just don't have the right angles or the right features that you wanted. Those are some of the aspects with quality that can, really sort of irk some owners. So be aware of those quality issues that you might run into with the design builder. And the idea is the more specific that you can be on this, the better it will be. And if you can be more specific right up front before you even get the contractor on board and put it in their estimate to say, thou shalt use this particular light fixture and this particular, say, shower or this particular sink. And you can even say, you know what, would it be beneficial for me to buy these products directly or for you to buy them? Oftentimes the contractor is going to get a special contractor deal from whoever the providers are, but they might say, you know what, you go ahead and purchase it because it's from Italy and it's very rare and it's going to be very expensive. you can go ahead and do that for them, but talk with them about that before you sign the contract with them, so that you're not hit with suddenly some sort of weird additional fee for installing a water feature that has a particular plumbing need or a drain or something like that the contractor didn't anticipate, nobody anticipated, and you're stuck paying for that little bit of extra. All right.